So obviously we are in lockdown. Things are a little bit difficult. We don't do jiu-jitsu. But I believe, we do some sort of, daily routine. With, privileged to have a home gym to train in. I try to do a lot of cycling during the day, in between the work and life really. Try to keep up with previous calorie spent. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Like I used to do 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day, and I'm trying to keep up with that through cycling and training at home, and try to eat healthy. What about you? What do you do?
Well, I personally probably have a bit of a different routine. I try to get up and allocate a certain amount of time to jiu-jitsu, whether that be through solo movement, whether that be through studying tape. I'll set myself an allocated time and give myself, say, a couple of matches or instructional. I'll take notes, I'll do that, and then I'll go take a break. For example, today I went and took my dog for a walk, came back, did another hour study session, went to work, came back, did a repeat. But I always made sure that I scheduled certain times during the day where I had dedicated time focused towards jiu-jitsu, and then I'd go and do something else as a mental break and a cap. Leading up to a competition, everything starts to tailor in to make that focus of making sure my body's in peak condition. Whereas or I know that you...
Yeah, I'm crazy about that, yeah. I try to, sleep minimum 6 hours and somewhere up to, 9 to 10 hours a day. I pretty much try to eat 20% less than my calories that I spend every day, so I use Whoop to manage my daily strains and calories. I'm crazy about the data and crazy about managing according to data. I think that's one of my strengths that I'm doing, but I'm obviously way older than you are, so I have to do those things to be able to continue on. Probably once you start getting towards my age and if you try to do what we are doing at the moment, you probably will do good at those things too.
I reckon I've got another year left of what I'm doing. So.
That's good. That's pretty good. I guess I'm quite lucky to have someone like you, because I like studying the art, and I know that you study the art more than I do. So I guess I spend an hour pretty much every day studying the art, and I know that you sometimes well exceeding those hours.
Whether or not that's a good thing,
yeah,
topic entirely. But
I guess we'll find out in 5 years' time whether you'll be the world champion or not. That will tell.
True.
So I guess we had the privilege to work together and separate the world into a different subjects. I'm mainly studying wrestling up from guard, some takedown that is relevant to our game plans, submission holds, and you do study things that are quite new to jiu-jitsu and they don't have to be super new, but they're quite trendy at the moment. So tell me what you're studying nowadays.
So I think this is where we have a very good crossover, because I find that you tend to do a good job of explaining positions, especially, not so much advanced positions, but really advancing on fundamentals. For example, whether it's control of a certain mount or being able to finish a mechanically sound submissions to the point where there's no gaps. You do that really well. My study is almost in the opposite of that, so it's almost how to wiggle your way out of things. So the focus on my study at the moment has been guard retention, specifically the Meow brothers focusing on leg entanglements and getting out of guard passes into submissions, and the other one would be actually the middle ground of where a submission ends and a submission escape starts, and kind of how both parties, whether that being the person trying to get the submission or the person who's trying to get out of the submission, can be offensive straight out the gate. Those two are probably my big focus at the moment.
Oh well, you're doing a great job, because my guard retention has dramatically improved, and I love K-guard. I learned how to invert, just because of trying to do the K-guard, which is amazing. Yes, studying, it's a big part of the thing, and we strongly suggest everyone, whoever does at least some studying, whether that's a technique or fight. Would you agree with that?
100%.
Yeah.